All right, so happy Friday, everybody. Now, here we are looking at the big AMC squeeze that's been happening. So, I definitely want to get in on this. I mean, it's still pre market, it's already up quite a bit. Last night, it basically broke $30. Yesterday was a really fun run. And then near the end of yesterday, it started falling and dipping. Came down to like 26. It held support above 25, and then overnight it has skyrocketed all the way back over 30. So throughout this entire time, my team on Discord, which I've linked in the summary now, so you can start populating the server if you want to. Throughout this entire time, my team was basically continuously predicting, where it would go if it broke certain barriers. Every time it broke a new barrier, a new high, it was expected to go to another new high. So it was pretty fun yesterday. I got in and out of AMC multiple times and rode it all the way up to here, this peak. And after that I sold, and then I didn't want to keep trying because then it was basically time for market closure and I didn't want to do anything else. But today I definitely want to get back in on this once again, because the next barrier that it's supposed to break, now that it's broken 30, is to go on to 32, 35, and if it keeps going in that direction, of course, then it is expected to hit a maximum of 50 by the end of possibly even today, maybe over the weekend, and open on Tuesday. Remember, Monday is a holiday, so open on Tuesday with a whopping high of 50 and probably start coming back down, because what's happening is that a lot of the people that would be these market managers, they're actually off on vacation already because of the upcoming long weekend. So there's practically, in a sense, no control over what is happening, right? So this chaos is kind of everywhere. A lot of things have been pumping. You can even see Aurora Cannabis over last week is already up 23%. So everything that I have opened up here right now, those are, as usual, the calls for today. Those are some of the things I'm going to try to get into and grab positions in, and then get out at a good high, take some pluses. Excuse me. We're still down on KTRA because meme stocks week has not yet finished. So this is my largest position, right, where I'm holding 20,000 shares. I did not get a good entry point in here, which was very unfortunate. This is actually because of the whole idea that this is meme stocks week. But I'm very confident on this, so I have no issues just sitting on it. It's perfectly fine. This is going to come back up no matter what, because I've done my due diligence and looked into KTRA and everything that they have been doing. So I have not sold, right? So I'm going to hold this position. I'm going to let this stay, because when I get rewarded for holding it, that's going to be the good time. That's going to be the time where this finally comes back up to 215 and starts going up even more. In fact, I might try to lower my average by picking up some more at a lower price. So that's another idea I'm holding on to for today. That would be the last thing I do, because right now I want to use my funds for today's day trades. And then near the end of today, if this is still under 170, maybe under 180, I might pick up more to lower my average cost and reap in even more profits when this starts to break $2 and break $3 and so on over the upcoming next few weeks, because everyone, not a single person is not bullish on KTRA. This is doing great progress, as we already discussed in previous videos, on brain tumors, and they're bound to explode. They're bound to explode with the research they've started. So KTRA, just to give you guys an idea, is kind of like catching another stock we worked with earlier last week, not on the channel, BTX. So BTX, I'm in on this as well, but this was actually a mistake. What happened here was that I got in, this went well over $30, and then I forgot I had it and I never got to sell it, right? So that was back here earlier this month. You see what happened right there? So basically the stock was around the $6 range, right? They did they're immunotherapeutics, and they make medications that work with your immune system. They have been doing a lot of research, and they're actually starting to make progress towards FDA approval, right? So they work for cancer. So again, those are the kinds of pharma companies that are going to make big bucks as they make progress, and you want to catch these hills, reap in benefits, sell, wait for the next hill, right? Every time a pharma company makes a great innovative movement, it jumps up like this, right? But it has to be a pharma company relevant to something we actually care about. Remember yesterday we looked at another pharma company that was really just working on pneumonia medications, and we don't really care for pneumonia. It's not the most fatal thing that Americans or people around the world even are really dying of. But you see how it was around the 372 range. Even before that, you know, it kept jumping up and down around this area, under 10 bucks basically. And then when it made the progress, you see what happened here. It skyrocketed all the way to 78.50. Then it started coming back down. But of course, I was AFK, away from my keyboard. I missed it. I forgot I was holding it. So at this point, there's nothing left to do with it. I'm not that heavily invested or anything. I only have 40 shares. So I'm just gonna hold on to it until the next boom happens, and you know, reap my benefits in on that next one. But basically, we're catching KTRA at a earlier phase of the same kind of outcome. Same kind of outcome that's to come. It's gonna go ahead and boom up like that, just like BTX did, and start bringing us great profits. That's where it's gonna be some good times to come. Things we're looking at today, we're looking to get into AMC, right, as soon as we can. We're looking to get into possibly VTNR, right? So we want to catch this at around this price, maybe take a tiny little benefit out of it. It's not gonna boom. If we look at what we did yesterday with it, you know, it already did some crazy moves over May 26th to now, right? So from 177 overnight, yesterday we saw this overnight, it was already up to $4. It basically quadrupled, and then again overnight it has done the same thing, and it's up $2 more, so it's up to 620. Is it going to do more? Possibly. I'm not sure. This could be also relevant to the pumps and stuff that are happening. So, you know, it's been a very interesting and fun week, and you want to catch these meme stock weeks. You want to reap the benefits out of it. You know, it's happening, so you might as well join. You know, you can see here VTNR $25 price target has been called. Not even halfway. You know, people are really, you know, saying what they want to say, of course, but point is that it could possibly be true. So if you have the funds to try to grab this, then go for it. You know, go for it. These people were saying these things before too. You know, this chatter was everywhere. While this was still sitting at the price it's kind of been sitting on for the longest time, you know, under $2, people were saying over last month that this would happen, and here it is today. You know, breaking barriers overnight basically, which is pretty annoying because you don't get to see it, and it could be nerve-wracking, so you want to maintain your cool. But it might be worth grabbing today. Now, as usual though, throughout the day it has multiple times it dips, as you can see. So we're gonna wait. We're not gonna catch it at this price, of course. Ocugen, same thing. We're looking to take this and ride it over to above $10 today. This has been doing the same roller coaster kind of thing for quite a while. We've talked about this company before too, where they make things related to eye related medical products, but their newest thing is Covaxin, a vaccine for COVID, and this is actually being used in India as well. So this has picked up a lot, big time, right? They mainly make things for retinal disease, eye diseases, but they also have this Covaxin now. So they're definitely popular because of it. You know, before that, they were popular as well as a penny stock, a typical penny stock. Now they're popular because of many other things. There's BLU here, Bellis Health, $4 stock. We're trying to ride this over $4. We're trying to ride this over to $5 possibly today. ITRM Therapeutics did its thing over the week. Right, so overnight it rose from 124 to 146, and this is expected to continue. This is the penny stock of today. This is the one where if I feel like this is gonna really boom, I might take the money out of KTRA and put it there, because they're both around the same price range right now, right? So if I do that, I would not only recover whatever I've lost in KTRA so far, but then I would also make even more profits as this keeps going. This is also expected to go quite high. So if we look at ITRM on FinViz real quick, so I started streaming a little earlier before the markets open, just so we have time to actually do any amount of due diligence we can. And so it has an NDA review happening. Let's take a look at that real quick. clinical stage pharmaceutical company focused on developing next generation oral and IV antibiotics to treat infections and multi-drug resistant pathogens. So this isn't cancer level stuff, but drug resistance is a problem in America, right? Antibiotics are hard to get now compared to many years ago because bacteria get used to those, and then they don't die to your antibiotics anymore, and that's scary, right? Because then you have all these bacteria that are resistant. So this is making good progress. Okay, not the most mind-boggling thing, but they, as you can see, it's all been greens, right? There's a lot of greens here, yet they're still under $1 because it's a penny stock, and that's kind of how that works. So right now we wanna see all of these greens en masse, and that's what's happening. It's all gonna hit all of a sudden, and today all of a sudden you can see over the week is 25% up. So you want to catch that. You definitely want to catch that. Joins antimicrobial work group. Yeah, they're definitely working hard to make a break. So definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on for today. GoEd I put here because it did a really interesting thing over the week. So you can see it was like, this is a terrible company, so we're not actually going to put money into it today, but I did want to bring it to people's mind. 1847 Goedeker. It was doing nothing special over time. It's been sinking all its life essentially, but all of a sudden it had a little pump and dump moment yesterday where it practically doubled, right? Went from 4 to almost 12 actually. Oh, it tripled, $14. But this happened very quickly. This was basically overnight. As you can see, it was 3:50 p.m. here, 427, and then all of a sudden, tiny shift, 9:30 a.m. the next morning, it is $14.40. So they pumped themselves overnight, and then it just, everyone sold, of course, because there's no reason to hold on to such a shitty company. This is a really interesting one to bring to people's light. Do not put money into it. That's what I want to let you know. There is a chance, of course, that it could go up, but definitely not one that you would want to risk your money on. It is a shit company that could pump and dump today, but it could just continue to further dump. I'm just keeping it open to watch it for my own entertainment purposes. Aurora Cannabis, related to, of course, cannabis, has been crazy all week. It's also being shorted, and it might break $10 today. So that's basically all we're looking at right now. Let me see. So AMC, this might actually break 32 before even market opens. Let me see something. Does Robinhood actually allow me to buy one right now? I don't want to set a limit price, but I get it's very volatile, so it's asking me, so I don't want to set a limit price for that. VTNR, we're watching for news. I also want to see what's happening with ITRM. For stock twits, I like to just see what some of these people are saying. A lot of these people are actually other people that have big time discords and stuff like that, where they try to impress people with good calls so that they can get you signed up and stuff, right? And of course, I'm here doing a similar thing as well, where I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, not necessarily to impress you, but if it does, then great. But I'm just live streaming and sharing everything I'm working on, and then I have my Discord link in the description that I just put in today. The server is there. It's gonna start populating now. There's literally no one in there right now because I just made it, and we're gonna start having my team join this as well, and we're all gonna talk and make our calls there throughout the day, because in the morning you just get to see some of the stuff, but then throughout the day we talk about like what stock to buy, when to sell, when to go in. You get to see us make all the moves as the day progresses, because yesterday by like after 2 p.m. I was done, but up to 2 p.m. I was doing a lot of stuff, and I wasn't live streaming till 2. That would be kind of ridiculous. So it's worth joining to check it out, and I'm not trying to do any kind of VIP subscription thing, which is what most of these do. So most of these people have VIP subscription things on their Discord servers. I've checked them out, where you basically pay a monthly fee. It's not the craziest thing. Most of them have a monthly fee ranging anywhere from $60 to $100 a month, and if you are part of such calls being made, you easily make that $100 back in one day. and then you keep going and making more money the rest of the week. So it's wonderful stuff. Good for them. You know, I'm happy that they're providing their service, but I personally am not a fan of providing services in such a manner. I just do it, you know, and I just show it, and everyone gets to enjoy and make whatever money they make. And I don't see any reason to charge anyone for it. It's not like I'm putting any extra effort into doing anything outside of my comfort zone. So ITRM, you know, it's looking so promising, to be honest, that it really does feel like this would be one of the penny stocks essentially that I'll be grabbing to by selling KTRA. Although I really don't want to lose. I mean, I do hate my position, but I really don't want to take the L on this and make it a realized gain. I mean, a realized loss. I don't want to make it a realized loss. So I'd rather just hold and wait. With ITRM, I do have fund to play around with. So let me see how much I can grab if I use maybe 15K of it. Yeah, I can pick up 10,000 easily, right? 10,000 stocks. So I could pick up 10,000 shares here, and just bank on that growing, right? That's easily going to be every penny it'll go up. It'll be 10,000 pennies for me. And that's pretty big. So that might be the play I'll go with for today and have fun with, because penny stocks are my favorite thing to mess around with, right? Because the change ratio is so big, and if it looks very plus, if it looks very positive news, or people are saying all kinds of insane things about it, then that is often something worth riding along with. And VTNR, everyone's pretty upset with. My team is definitely upset with it because we don't really tend to hold things overnight, and these guys have only been pumping overnight, and I don't know if they're gonna pump again overnight, but you know, that's the other one everyone's banking on pumping. And of course I have been watching this, and they've been saying that this is gonna happen, and it has been happening. So now comes the question, will it happen again? You know, will it happen one more time where we get to actually maybe possibly be a part of it? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright. Everything else is looking just fine. Yeah, I think today most of my plays are going to be with ITRM and AMC, messing around and trying to see. AMC I want to grab and ride up to, hopefully it goes up to 35 today. That's what we're going to do. And other than that, ITRM, if it starts to look like this is going to boom, if it dips more, I'm going to pick it up. You know, if it comes down more, I'm going to pick it up, but I don't want to put money into it right now because it will get locked in. So, you know, I'm just going to hold for now. Enjoy the AMC pump because it is meme stocks week, which is why everything else has been so weird. And then see what happens later on as the week progresses, basically. But you know, today, the other thing that happened overnight basically was that crypto had a crazy dip, right? Everything overnight, it all fell down, and then just this morning people must be buying it up again, so it's starting to come back up. Bitcoin doesn't even look like it can try holding 40K. It went actually, oh wow, it overnight it sank all the way back down to 35K again, and now it's 36K. So you know, things are weird with crypto. Not something I'm looking to mess around with anymore. My last dabble with crypto was basically playing around with Doggy during the Elon Musk week, And then after that, simply because it hit 32. I saw that, sneaky. After that Elon Musk week, I just because of one of my friends, I picked up some Litecoin when crypto was dipping as China was banning it, but then it dipped even more. So that definitely was in the bottom. But I didn't pick up too much, thankfully, because I knew what I wanted to do with my money. I wanted to put it on to day trading on a regular, since I had the funding to be a pattern day trader, and then enjoy profits in that manner rather than something so volatile like crypto, because there's no positive news around crypto right now. After today, looking forward to this nice 3-day weekend. Should be an enjoyable one. Had a nice morning run today, and every time I run outside, it's not that I have allergies or anything, but when I do run in general, because I was on the treadmill in my backyard, I always make boogers. It's really weird. I can't buy this right. I gotta wait for 9:35 p.m. 9:35 a.m. to buy. This is so annoying. At this point, since it's already broken a barrier this morning before market opens, we have to wait for a dip. We have to wait for a time for it to kind of come back down to maybe 31 something. But waiting sucks, right? Because then there's that fear of missing out aspect, where if we wait and it turns out it didn't come down until after reaching 34, then you just missed that ride to 34. So you want to get in at least a small position, if anything, and then buy more when it dips. I just want to see. Yeah, I can't buy right now. That is so annoying. It did update instantly. I placed the limit buy just to buy one AMC at $32, but two reasons I can't get in right now: because it's early right now, and because it's so volatile. That is pretty annoying. ITRM breaking. Boom. We definitely want to catch some booms before the week ends now. Oh my god. These would be amazing to catch. Can you imagine dropping vertex energy all the way to 25? Like I might put something in here. So basically what I'm looking to play around with are these first four, where I'm already in on KTRA. I want to get a big position on ITRM since it's a penny stock. I want to ride this up if it's going to do this a couple more times next week. And then I want to dabble with AMC and have fun with it for however high it's going to go today. These other guys, I might use any leftover funding to take little gains out of, but I'm not too sure about them right now, because if you spread yourself out a lot, then it's really hard to keep up with it all too. Ooh, that was loud. Why are you so loud? So we have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes until the action begins. Looking at crypto and what it's doing today, very weird. Very weird. Coming all the way down just to go back up again. I really wanna, if Joe, nice to have you here again, man. Yes, AMC was really fun. AMC has been very, very fun. I'm looking forward to making more money on it today. Oh, it filled my position. Look at that. It filled my position. So I had a limit order I put in to pick up just one share at $32 and it filled it in. Limit orders. I don't know if it's gonna come down to 32 again, but I do want to pick up a few more at 32. But 32.25. I don't know about that. Let's see. I am going to pick up. Where is this going to go up to? My team is confident that it's going to go to 35. Very interesting. Let me just put a limit order in. I want to buy it. I just want to pick it up at 32, not more than that. Let's say we're going to get this many. Whoa. Limit price, yeah, 32. Limit, yeah, 32 is a good limit price. That should update pretty soon here too. There it is. And that should probably get filled right away too. It's about to hit 32 right now. I picked up 199 more at 32 if it makes it back down to 32. Definitely want to keep an eye on the volume too. It says here today's volume 705 million, but that sounds a lot more like a combination of what was happening with yesterday too. Oh wow, that must have filled my order. It came down under 32 now. Alright, here we are. So now I usually grab 500 or 700 shares of it, so I've only grabbed a smaller position in it right now, which is fine because I expect this to go down a little bit as the market opens. Here we are, 2 more minutes. And then today it should break 35, and I want to catch it at the dip for the remainder of the portion. So that's that. 2 more minutes for that. ITRM also looking like it's going towards the ground a little bit. Now we're going to catch that at the bottom. We're going to keep that going. VTNR, I'm just going to keep open because I want to grab this before I end the day. So at the end of the day, I'm going to put a good position into VTNR just because it looks like it does this kind of bullshit every night, and people are saying it's going to continue doing it until it's going to reach something over $10. Let's say that this is way over the head, the $25. Everyone is saying it's going to go high. Even this $10 prediction I like a lot more than the $25 prediction, but I find it more realistic than the $25 prediction. So that being said, VTNR, I'll put some money into it for an overnight run in case it happens. And then Bank of America. What was happening with Bank of America? Let's take a look at that. Clicked on the wrong thing. Whoa, that's expensive. My stigmatism kicking in. Oh, okay. There's a lot of instances to get in on it. Yeah, I see. Wow. It's just dancing around. But like nice jump here, and then from here up, it's also been really just nice little jumps. Yeah, Bank of America, it's also one of those stocks that you can long-term hold, so there's no problem with putting money into it. But that is that. Let's see. Orders are going to be going crazy on level 2 data. My team is looking at the level 2 data on their end. And there's a lot of orders coming in for AMC. So it seems like AMC is definitely, yeah, it's gonna fly. I'll leave it with my 200 shares position for now. See, market just opened 9:30 a.m. and boom, everyone's orders are coming in, and we have our new high of day, $33. So this is gonna keep going to 35. I have my position with 200 shares, so I guess I'll just ride that up for today rather than risking more. 34. You see, this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. I've been enjoying this meme stocks week thing. Here we are at 35. It just has 34.99. Oh man, had I grabbed all 700 shares, you know, it would have been bigger profits. But profit is profit, right? So we're happy with this. We're happy with this. You want to get in with those limit orders as soon as you can, right when market opens. That's what everyone was doing. So you guys got to see me do it live on my phone before the market was opening up, right? Let me just take a quick picture to send to my friends who are already on vacation. So I have some of their funding, so I can invest it in for them. So I have to let them know that I have successfully invested it for them. $36. Man, this is just ridiculous. But I don't, it's sinking so quickly too. I don't expect this to be a massive thing today. It's not going to be one of those things where it's going to keep going all day, because people don't have time to do this all day. Some people are going to be leaving for vacation. Some people are just going to be, you know, busy, if anything. So it's going to have multiple instances where it's going to go up and down, and then I predict that people are probably going to be too busy to continue going. Also, I'm going to keep my phone handy in hand because it's quicker to sell and buy here. And next time it reaches a 36 or 35, I might just take the profit and dip out. Wait for me to re-enter again. You see, like how I went to 36 and came back down. So if I sold at 36, came back down to 34, I could ride that same road back up again. And that's kind of the fun aspect of like day trading. It's entertaining. It's a good way to rake in some cash and just keep using the same thing rather than trying something else. And I like the idea of setting limit orders, right? Because I get to pick how much I'm going to buy for, and I didn't want to buy for any higher. And I'm going to be doing limit orders because I don't want to fall into another one of these instances. This was unfortunate, right? I submitted an order, and apparently as I was submitting the order, the price went up to 215, and that's where Robinhood filled it. Like, that was really annoying. So that's something I have to be careful with. All right, here we go. Let me see. I'm going to get ready to sell. I have the number 200 typed in just so there's minimum stuff to click when I want to sell it, and then I can just instantly get rid of it. You know, what we have to be careful with today is that this can instantly and suddenly just dip back down, right? And for the distant future, it is possible eventually that this is going to come back to $10 again, and when it does, you want to grab it. Remember, last time it pumped, right? We're far above that now. Last time it pumped, this was the first time it all happened, right? 2021 became an amazing year just because right in the first month we had GameStop and AMC blowing up, and then after that it came back down to, you see, $5 basic prices, and it's had this pumping times over and over. So this time right now we've broken the barrier way over, right? And if we're gonna go ahead and do this, then next time it goes so high up, you wanna you want to sell and then buy when it comes back to the ground again. Buy when it comes back to the ground again. So I'm gonna take my no, go back up. I'm gonna take my gain when it hits 36. I don't want to submit a limit order for selling it though, because do I? Maybe I do want to submit a limit order for selling it and just get it out, because sell AMC at a minimum price or higher. Yeah, I'll set a limit order for it. Let's try that out. So limit order, I'm gonna say sell it at 36.5 maybe. It's just so volatile. Or just 36. No, it keeps coming to 36. It'll sell. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it for 36. Fuck it. Sell it for 36. All 200. And submit that in. So I submitted just now a limit sell, right? So this is a great way, because this way I don't have to worry about catching it and being quick or whatever. So if this ever hits 36, it'll just sell, and then I'm gonna be out of it, and then I can come back into it again when the price is good again. Did it fill? What happened? Oh, yep, it filled. There we go. So as soon as it hit 36, it filled my order. You see, limit sell. So I basically went from, what was that? I went from 32 to 36, and I got to ride it out. There you go. I took my profits. Wonderful, right? So now I want to put in another sell order, a buy order, excuse me, where I want to pick it up again if it hits 34. I want to buy with a limit order at $34. And I want to pick up 300 shares this time. So those limit orders are a much comfortable way to kind of get your sales and purchases in. As you saw, it just happened by itself. I knew what I wanted to do. I just submitted it and it happened by itself, right? So that's something I haven't done in previous videos before. So now you get to see how effective it is, right? I started the day with a limit order where I wanted to buy 200 shares at $34. That got filled, right? No mistakes, no room for mistakes. So I got my 199 shares at $32 because I did one before just to test it out. This one, what I was testing was that does it work if I submit it before market hours open, before the 9:30 time period, and it did. And then I submitted my 200 limit sell at $36. Flawlessly it executed and we're good to go. Now I don't want to get back in at 35 because getting in at 35 is a flaky spot. If I get in at 35, it's very much possible to come back down to 34, you know. So I took my jump, right? I took my gain, which is good. Now I can wait and watch for another entry point to take another gain. But for now, since I've already made the gain for today, I'm good. So how much was that? That was 200. So this is 7,200. This is 6,300. So almost $1,000, like 800 something dollars, right? 800 something dollar profit right there. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good with that. Let's see what's happening with the other guys. So VTNR is just staying stable, which is kind of what it did all day yesterday too, right? After that overnight boom, it just, you know, people were crazy here. So you could see a lot of people sold, a lot of people jumped onto the bandwagon, and then because buyers and sellers are balancing it out, it stayed pretty stable. And then overnight, it boomed again the next morning. So today, I'm expecting a similar kind of thing. ITRM staying pretty stable as well. I don't know if this is also going to be another one of those guys that only jumps overnight. Very much possible. So that being said, ITRM, I might just watch. And ITRM and VTNR are both looking like places I'll put a nice amount of money into before the day ends, just to see what happens come Tuesday. right? That's the plan there. And then KTRA, we're just waiting. I wanna pick up a good position on this before the day finishes, just to lower my average cost. That's the plan there. And then from here onwards, our goal is going to be to submit limit orders before the market hours start up at prices we're comfortable with, which is what you got to see today, right? That way you get to buy and sell without having to have too much of a hassle. Oh, here we go. So it filled in my order. It came back down to $34 and filled in my order again by itself, right? Because I had it submitted. And I'm going to now right away, because that got submitted in, I'm going to put in a limit sell to sell it as soon as it goes to, I'm going to say this time 36 again. So that's the deal there, 34 to 36. See, there you go, right? So I have my 300 quantity entered to sell at the price of 36 if it comes back up to 36, which it should. And that might be my last play on this, depending on what else happens, because I don't want to end up trying too many runs on it and then end up with a loss. But I have losing space to work with, right? Like, it's actually coming down quite a bit. I could have picked it up at 32 again. So this is the losing space that you want to work with. Like, I'm already down enough to have had lost what I made just earlier, and you don't want to lose more than you've already made. So I'm pretty confident it's going to come up, so there's nothing to really worry about here, because it's AMC and it's meme stocks week, and AMC may fail you any other week, but if it's meme stocks week, it's not going to fail you. That's for sure. Right, the other guys are just chilling. Let me see, Ocugen also just chilling. Bellis Health gone up a few cents, but nothing insane right now. Go ahead, as I was saying, I just want to watch this because it's a hilarious, terrible company stock to watch, and they're just like shit, to be honest. And then Aurora Cannabis, just chilling. So AMC is the thing today. So I guess that's about it for today, right? That's it for this episode. I'm gonna timestamp it so anyone that watches this later on can actually see where the trading started. But all in all, you know, we're just playing around with meme stocks this week, and then starting from Tuesday, we'll get to see more of it. So I put the link for the Discord server there now. You know, we're gonna start populating the server over this month, this upcoming month, and then this summer we're gonna officially launch the Discord server activity, and hopefully we all get to make lots of money this summer. Let's see how that goes. Thanks a lot for joining, and I'll see you guys later.